I'm Lady T506. Welcome to my channel. Hi everyone, today I'm going to be reviewing How to Get Away with Murder, Season 2, Episode 5. We start off with Bonnie leaving the mansion and literally hopping across Senator Woman who was bleeding from all orifices, and she gets in the car with Asher. This is like that flashback we had. Now it's 3 weeks into the future. So we get Bonnie. She is getting into Asher's head, telling him it wasn't Annalise. I'm the one that killed Sam. I was working late. Sam came home drunk as all get out. He tried to rape me. He pinned me down. He was trying to lift up my skirt. I bashed him over the head, and that's how he died. Annalise was only trying to protect me. She had nothing to do with it. So now he got on his head, all this in his head. And now he didn't start to fall in love with Bonnie. So he is in court, supposed to be testifying, so the prosecutor can get a wiretap into Annalise's house. But he can't even think straight because he's thinking, oh, it wasn't Annalise that did this. I'm in love with Bonnie. Bonnie says she's the one who did this. What am I supposed to do? That could implicate Bonnie in this. He's all this is going through his head. His daddy's there, the prosecutor's there, the judge is there. He's like, you know what, I can't take this. So he just decides to just run out I need a breather. I can't do this right now. So Asher has some questions for Bonnie, and right when he was asking his question, I was giving him a major side eye, to a point where my eyes could have just went all the way around and back. Because I was he's okay, so you killed Sam. Who helped you to move the body? It was Frank, wasn't it? Do the rest of the kids know? Did you sleep with me for an alibi? Are you wearing a wire right now? Is this why you asking me this question? Because you need to get some evidence on Annalise? Because he didn't prove that, hey, I'm not to be trusted. I'm willing to go to the DA if I can save my tip, which I don't really blame him for that, because he doesn't know the situation with the kids, how Annalise and speaking of them kids, how Annalise is always there for them and helping them out, and I'm glad she got them together. Hold up, y'all over here questioning my loyalty. We at risk. I'm at risk. Bonnie at risk. Frank's at risk because we helping y'all cheering. Remember, y'all the one that killed Sam, and we helping y'all out to make sure y'all don't go to jail, and y'all questioning my motives. I'm gonna need y'all to sit back, because Annalise, she could clearly just be like, you know what, Wes did it. He the one bashed my husband over the head because them kids got to fighting over Rebecca. Yes, sure it did. Sure happened. She could easily do that, but she's trying to protect these kids, and I don't know if it's the stress of going on of Sam getting killed, now Rebecca missing, they got these kids on edge, but I'm going to need them to get it together. So Frank tells Annalise that not only is Wes in contact with Nate, but he's in contact with Rebecca's foster brother, Levi, and also that Levi has been, getting together with Michaela, but she don't know anything but that being Rebecca's brother. See, I'm gonna need to know, when will these kids realize that Frank and Annalise are gonna be watching them like a hawk, getting all into their information of what they've been doing, who they talking to, so they can protect themselves. But for whatever reason, I guess they think that, hey, I'm okay, I can go ahead and do some other stuff and contact some other folks and try to investigate some stuff myself. But no, Annalise and Frank gonna be on it. Bonnie, she not so much, because Annalise, I trust you, but I don't really trust you like that. Frank, he's gonna get the job done and not ask any questions. Annalise be talking to him any kind of way, and he gets the job done. Bonnie, she puts feelings into it, I guess, because she looks to Annalise like a big sister, mom, carriage, I don't know. But Frank is you know what, you saved me, so you got loyalty for life. So Michaela comes across a dash cam photo from the morning of when the rich parents died. And the auntie is out there, racist as she ever want to be, talking about I knew it, my brother and his wife should never brought these mongrels in here. You know how these Orientals and these mulattoes be acting. I'm she is racist to the point of whoa, she didn't care who was she in her emotions, so she don't care what's going on. Caleb, he comes in as they're watching this video, and he's yeah, this all makes sense now. I knew my auntie was with a piece of work, but now this clears it up. But the tape, it cuts off Kayla Peoples coming there to prove that the auntie was a drug addict, but now they didn't come across this evidence. So there's like, where's the rest of the evidence at? The police, they just cut this piece out. So where's the rest of this at? Like, the police doing some shiesty stuff. So they go to Oliver. Oliver like, you know what, Annalise need to go ahead and put me on the payroll as much as I be breaking into the police database and all that stuff to get information. So they get the whole tape. Well, they get the whole recording, but most of the tape, the end of the tape doesn't show the auntie, but you can hear the auntie going on and talking. So Annalise, she presents this information, but it was like, you know what, you didn't got this too late. You didn't let the other side hear this. I don't know what this is going about. I don't know what you got this thinking is going on. But it's proven that the auntie, she kind of had a reason to like say, yeah, they the one did it, because when first on videotape, when just the recording, she's talking about well, I don't know what happened, this, that, and the third, but when they interview her later, it's like, oh, it was at 9 o'clock, I heard a gunshot, I saw them two children running off. So it was like, but they're like, well, after a while you probably put things together. But no, that auntie, I'm pretty sure she lied, like, okay, I already didn't like these old children because they're not, they're not white. So good way to get rid of them is to, lie on them. So it could have been the auntie that did it, and she would work with somebody and it was like, oh, I can get rid of you, and just like, I know you did this, I'm scared I'm gonna get rid of your tail and keep me from it. So we gotta see what's going on. But like, we didn't find out the auntie is a racist and she was addicted to pills. Y'all, I tell you, these children stay in trouble. So Weston snuck off to the group like he's been doing, to go with Levi to confront Bruno. So they get there to the cemetery where he working at, and Levi pulls out a gun on Bruno like, hey, what's going on? I know something going on. What happened? Frank told you to bury a body of some girl in one of these empty graves. What's going on? And he's like, I don't know what y'all talk about. Wes is like, okay, dude, we ain't saying nothing about bringing no guns with us. Like, you didn't put it too far. I'm like, you don't know this dude, so why are you surprised he brought a gun? Like, and you got this dude staying at your house. Like, he just said, I'm Rebecca's brother, and you just took him for face value. Yeah, they was in the picture together. It could have been like a group of folks, and he just happened to be like, befriended them for that night, and just like, oh yeah, I'm Rebecca's brother. He could have been the one to kill Rebecca, even though he didn't. But we don't know. But as much as everything been going on with them, I think I would trust anybody. And meanwhile, we got Michaela, Connor, and that other girl, I can't think of what her name, but they becoming very paranoid. They're like, we can't trust nobody. Wes is always running off and being sneaky. He always secretly talking to Annalise, like, what's going on with him? They so like engulfed in, we didn't already was an accessory to killing somebody, we didn't already kidnapped somebody, and that person is gone and possibly dead. They turning on each other like, yeah, Wes probably had something to do because he's always doing this and he's so in favor. Annalise is all in favor of him. Like, what he got going on? Meanwhile, we got Wes and Levi. I don't even know where they were going, but Michaela and Connor and that other girl, they roll up. They're like, hold up, Levi, what you doing with Wes? And it's like, this is Rebecca's foster brother. This is Egg's 911. So now they all flipping out like, oh, so Michaela's back. It's like, oh, you're using me. Okay, this is what we're doing, huh? Okay, I got you. And then the police come up and it's like, Levi, whatever his last name is, like, okay, we got a suspicion about you getting some drugs. They look at his trunk. It is like a trunk full of meth. They looking at Wes like, okay, this your friend? He got meth on him. How you know he ain't killed Rebecca? Like, what's good? Earlier on, when Wes was with Levi and Bruno was like, well, he just asked if he could use my storage space. What's his name? Wes stole Frank's key to the storage. So him, Wes, Michaela, Connor, and that other girl whose name escapes me is like, okay, we're gonna go to this, storage unit and see if this is where Rebecca's body's at. They get there and it is a suitcase full of money. They're like, what's going on? This man got a suitcase full of money. Your homeboy Levi just got arrested for possession of meth. Like, what's going on? But Wes is still on. This could prove that he had something to do with Rebecca getting killed. Like, how is this big old pile of money prove that he had something to do with Rebecca dying, like, early? But Frank, he put all this together because he knew that Wes and Nate were talking, and he knew that Weston Levi was talking, so he just threw a whole bunch of meth in Levi's car and like called an anonymous tip to the police. He was like, look here, Bruno, these some children gonna come along asking you some questions, and I'm gonna need you to say you let me use your storage unit, and I'm just gonna ever so slightly just take these keys right here and just put them on the table, as bait. So when Wes does go looking at the storage unit, he'll take my key and go there. How he knew what storage facility is, I guess Bruno told him. But Frank ain't stupid. He was getting all his ducks in a row. He's planting evidence, clues, so they can meet up at this location and be on the wire. The rest of the group was like, Wes, I'm gonna need you to get things together. It's not always about Rebecca. This Monday does not prove that Frank had something to do with Rebecca's disappearance. The girl, she may have just ran off. Who knows with this child? She was crazy. She probably the one to kill the homegirl from last year. Just get over it. So what else happened? Asher and his dad. He was going to go sign, his witness testimony about something. Then he realized, Angelique's going to come after you about that one case. And Dad was like, well, I'm the one that has a career to, look after that's going to be in trouble. But he realizes Daddy ain't trying to help him. Daddy trying to help himself, like, hey, I guess he didn't made a deal too, like, hey, if I get my son to get you this evidence, you gonna sign this agreement to keep me clear off this other thing going on. So Connor, no, that's not his name. Ashley just walk off like, you know what, Daddy, I can't even with you right now. I got so much drama going on. I don't know what I'm gonna do, so I'm just gonna leave this situation. So that was the gist that went on. If I left anything out, by all means, leave a comment or a video response. And like I always, I want to thank my subscribers and the people watching my videos. I want you to like this video, comment, and subscribe. And share this video with your friends on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and here on YouTube. This is Lady T signing off. Have a good one.